Aloha and welcome to Breath and Flow Yoga. My name is Katie and this is Bradley here. Today we will be doing a 45-minute breathwork and gentle flow class. So we're going to begin in a nice, easy seated position like I am here. If you have a pillow or a seat or something comfortable to sit on, I really encourage you to go ahead and grab that just so that you can have something nice and comfortable to sit on while we do our breath work. We will be moving into a gentle flow after that, and class will end 45 minutes. Good, so let's get started. Go ahead and grab your pillow if you haven't already. Sit on down onto your sits bones. You can sit cross legs, half lotus, full lotus, or even whatever is comfortable for you, just so that you're seated with a nice long spine. Let's close our eyes. Just begin to settle in here on your mat. Bring yourself into the practice of yoga, the practice of being present in this moment. So just notice, do you have all that excess chit-chat going on in the brain? And if you do, that's normal, but just allow that to be left at the door. Let this practice be about clearing the mind and focusing here on the present moment. So let's begin with aligning the spine. Ground down through those hips. Feel your low belly pull up and in. Feel that length as you just gently lift up through the heart space. And let's take some circles through those shoulders. So shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then we're going to roll them down and away from those ears. So shrug them way up. And roll down, back, and away. One more time like that. Shrug way up towards those earlobes. Roll down, back, and away. Good. Allow yourself to reach up through the crown of the head. And let's begin to take some head and neck circles. So tuck your chin towards your chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Drop your head back. Left ear, left shoulder. Tuck back through your chin. And then let's switch sides. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Drop your head back. Right ear, right shoulder. And back through center. And reach up through the crown of your head. And let's unhinge the jaw, open through the mouth, stretch through your face, maybe even lift your eyebrows up towards your hairline. Unfurrow the eyebrows, loosen the face. And allow yourself to reach up through the crown of the head. Find your peaceful seated position with your spine aligned. So let's begin to breathe deep in through the nose. We're going to exhale out the mouth 3 times first. So inhale deep in through the nose, fill your belly. Let it go, full exhale breath out. Take a big breath in through the nose, fill your belly, fill the lungs. Exhale out through the mouth, let it go. One more time like that. Big breath in through the nose, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Drink your breath to the top of the throat. Really let that breath go. Nice job. Let's begin to breathe in and out through the nose and the nose only. So observe your inhale breath in through the nose all the way down to the base of your belly. Fill the lungs. Fill your breath to the top of the throat. Release through the nostrils. Let that breath go from the top of the throat, the rib cage, all the way down from the base of your belly. Good. Big breath in through the nose. Drink that breath all the way down to the base of the belly. Fill your lungs. Fill that breath to the top of your throat. Exhale, release that breath from the nose. Let it go just as smooth as it came in. 2 more like that. Big breath in through the nose. Fill the belly. Fill the lungs. Drink your breath to the top of your throat. Pause. Exhale, release your breath from the nose all the way out. Pause at the bottom. One more time. Inhale, deep breath in through the nostrils. Fill your belly, fill the lungs. Drink that breath all the way up to the top of the throat. Pause at the top, suspend the breath. And then exhale, release completely out. Just as long and smooth. Pause at the bottom of your breath, empty breath. Good. So continue with that 3-part breath at your own pace. And allow yourself to deepen the breath with each round. Create that gentle constriction in the back of the throat. And after your next breath, we're going to begin our alternate nostril breathing. So if you know alternate nostril breathing, go ahead and start that on your own. If not, you can open your eyes and watch me here. Your right thumb will place on your right nostril, your index finger right between the eyebrows, and you'll inhale in through that left nostril. Then you'll close your left nostril, open your right, and exhale out your right nostril. Good. Inhale in through your right nostril. Close your right and exhale out your left. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Good. You can continue with that pattern if you'd like for a few more rounds, or you can place your hand back down on your thigh and begin your Ujjayi breathing. Either way, we're going to be breathing here for another 3 to 5 breaths. Close your eyes. Notice the calmness over the body as you control the breath. Notice a bit more clarity in the mind. And with that clarity, let's set an intention for our practice today. So settle upon something that is meaningful to you, or maybe it's a dedication to someone or something other than yourself today. Find that one thing, that one person, that one place, whatever it is, that image. Solidify it in your mind and allow yourself to keep that as a focal point when the mind, as it naturally will, begins to wander. Just bring it back with that intention. Good. On your next inhale breath, let's reach our arms up towards the sky. Extend up, look up, lengthen, gaze between your fingertips. Now as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Take your right hand down to the earth behind you, left hand to the top of your right knee. Roll your right shoulder back, gaze out past your right shoulder. Sit up tall through the crown of the head. Good. Inhale, reach your arms back up through center, reach up, lengthen, look up. And as you exhale, let's twist to the left. Left hand down to the earth behind you, right hand to the top of your left knee. Roll your left shoulder back, look out past that left shoulder. Inhale back through center, reach your arms up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, place your palms on your knees, curl in, tuck your chin, look down towards your belly button. And then inhale, open your heart forward, shoulders back, look up towards the sky. Exhale, curl back up and in, tuck your chin, arch through the upper back. Inhale, shoulders back, look up towards the sky. Exhale, curl back up and in, tuck your chin. Good. Now as you inhale next, you're going to reach those arms back up towards the sky, look up, create length. And exhale, twist to the right one more time. Take that left hand to the top of your right knee, twist open, roll that right shoulder back. Good, inhale, reach your arms back up through center, look up. And as you exhale, twist to the left, take that left hand to the earth, right hand to the top of your left knee, roll that left shoulder back, look back. Good, inhale, back up through center, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the knees, curl in, tuck your chin. Inhale, open your heart towards the sky. Roll your shoulders down and away. Look up. Exhale, curl in. Tuck your chin. One more rotation. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Look up. Open your heart. Exhale, curl in. Tuck your chin. Nice. With your next inhale breath, let's reach our arms up towards the sky. And exhale, take your hands down by your sides. Shift your hips back. And you can begin to move your pillow away if you had something that you're sitting on. You won't be needing it. So go ahead and place that to the side. Good, and we're going to come into a seated position with our feet together, knees apart, butterfly pose at the top of your mat. Go ahead and interlace your hands around your feet. Roll your shoulders down and away. Lift up through your heart, ground through those hips. Let your knees open out wide. Deep breath, lift through your heart. And as you exhale, begin to hinge forward. Elbows gently press your shins away. As you lean forward, shoulders back, reach forward through your collarbones. Deep breath, lift. Deep exhale, hinge just a little bit more forward. Nice. Now as you inhale, let's lift up. Good, and let's take our right leg to extend out to the right. Take your left foot to the inside of your right inner thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, turn towards your right toes. Hinge forward, begin to hover over your right thigh. And then gently fold in. Keep your shoulders squared off. So you want that left shoulder to drop down in line with the right. Flex your right foot, relax through your head and neck. But you're still inhaling as your heart reaches forward, and exhaling, let yourself melt towards your right leg. Good, one more inhale, undulate that spine, open your heart towards the toes, and then exhale, bow in. Good, inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Hinge back, so you're just gonna shift that weight back, switch sides. So your left leg extends out to the left, right foot to the inner left thigh. Really ground through those sits bones. Inhale, reach your arms high, turn towards your left toes. So rotate your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. As you exhale, hinge forward, reach out towards those toes. And let your exhale breath cascade your spine down towards that left leg. Inhale, lift through the heart, square those shoulders out, and exhale, bow forward towards your left shin. Relax your head and neck. Use your breath to get deeper in this pose. So as you inhale, you're lifting your heart, and as you exhale, you're bowing forward. Nice job. Deep breath here. Inhale in, and exhale out. One more inhale in. And exhale out. Nice job. Now as you inhale, let's reach our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, take your hands down by your sides. Hinge back, so you're just shifting your weight back in towards your sits bones. Feet together, knees apart one more time. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, take your right arm down by your side, reach over to the right, roll your left shoulder back. So you want to press your feet towards one another so you still feel that nice stretch through the hips, but you're also lengthening through that left side. Roll the left shoulder back, look up. Good, inhale, reach those arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand down to the earth by your side, reach over to the left. So press your feet towards one another, open your knees out, roll that right shoulder back, maybe even look up towards the sky. Keep your hips grounded. Good, inhale, reach both arms back up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Shift your weight back, cross your ankles in front of you, and just come right over those knees into our tabletop position. Shoulders right over your wrists, hips over your knees, gaze down between your thumbs. Take an inhale, breath, lengthen your spine. And an exhale, breath here. Good, let's come into our shoulder twist. So take your right arm to the sky, inhale. Roll your right shoulder back. Now as you exhale, let's thread that right arm underneath so that your right shoulder lands softly on the earth. Bend your left elbow. Hips press back evenly. Bend that left elbow deeply. So you can stay right here. If you want more through the shoulders, you can take your left arm to the sky, reach it up high, and maybe even tuck behind your back around the front of your right hip. So you'll feel a nice stretch through that right shoulder blade. Roll that left shoulder back, spiral your heart to the left. Deep breath here. Press your hips back evenly. One more inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Inhale that left arm to the sky if it's not already. Lower left hand to the earth. Big breath in, reach that right arm to the sky. Rotate open through the rib cage. And exhale, right hand down. Switch sides. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Reach it up high. Roll that left shoulder back. And as you exhale, thread that left arm underneath. Take the left shoulder to the earth. Bend your right elbow deeply. Press your hips back evenly. So your right elbow is deeply bent. And if you would like a little bit more, if you did so on the other side, right arm reaches up to the sky. Maybe even tucks behind the back around the front of that left hip. Roll your right shoulder back. Twist open to the right. A deep breath here. Good. Now on your last inhale, your right arm reaches back up to the sky. Lower your right hand down. Next inhale, left arm rises up. Roll that left shoulder back. And we'll come into tabletop position. Pause here, inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your toes behind you. Press your hips back towards your heels and begin to walk your hands up towards your knees. So you can stay right here with your hands on the earth, stretching through the arches of your feet. If you want even more through the feet, your hands can come to your thighs. And you can sit up tall. Now this might be enough here. If you want even more from here, you can even walk your hands back. Press your hips slightly forward, and you'll feel an even deeper stretch through the arches of the feet. Good, deep breath here. Deep exhale out in whichever level you're at, either variation. One more breath, stay with it. Good, and then if you are leaning back, come forward. Everybody untuck your toes, sit to the tops of your feet now. Take your hands to reach out in front of you. Palms come together, interlace your fingers. Begin to just circle your wrists in either direction. Make sure you switch directions. So if you started clockwise, go counterclockwise next. Just get some nice circular motions. You can even kind of do a nice little figure 8 with the wrists. Keep your palms together. Okay. So now we're going to reach that fist forward. Uncurl those fingers and take your right wrist on top of the left. Okay, so then we're going to turn our hands towards one another. Now re-interlace those fingers. Turn your knuckles down towards the earth, and you might stop right here. Maybe you come towards your chest. Maybe you make your way all the way around, coming forward. Eventually, maybe your arm is straight. I'm a little double jointed, so that's why that's happening there. But if you might be right here, you might be straight, you might be still up here. Wherever you are, you're feeling a nice stretch through the forearm and the wrist. One more breath here. Good, now let's slowly come back through center, reverse the motion. Take your knuckles back down and straight forward, and we'll switch sides. So uncurl those fingers, swap. Take your left wrist on top of the right, interlace palms together. Good, so let's take those knuckles down towards the earth. And remember, you can come towards your chest, maybe all the way up, maybe all the way forward. Stop to your degree. Just notice how the wrist feels. Let it release. Let the forearm release wherever you are. You can even kind of move a little bit in between. Take another full breath here. Really open through the hands and the wrists. Nice. Now let's come back through. Knuckles back down to the earth and forward. Release those hands. Take your palms back down to the earth through tabletop. Knees hips width, tuck back through those toes, hips to heels, and we're gonna move our way into downward facing dog. So in your first downward dog, you can pedal through the feet side to side. Allow yourself to move into the shoulders, the legs, the head and neck. Shake it out, yes and no. You might even want to lift a leg, stretch it up towards the sky, and then lower it back down. Switch sides. Just let yourself open up into this pose. Take another breath or two, just finding this nice freedom of movement. Ground through your hands, spread your fingers wide, lift your hips towards the sky, big breath. Feet are hips width distance, hands shoulders width once you do settle into your downward dog. Ground through those palms, let your shoulders melt away from your ears, giving space to the head and neck. Let your head and neck just dangle, so you're not looking forward or straining in any way through the neck. You're just letting it go. Press your hips high. They're the highest point on the mat, much like a mountain or an inverted V. Take a big breath. Press your hips high. Press your heels down. And as you exhale, bend your knees. Look to the top of the mat. Step all the way up. Take your feet between your wrists. Feet are hips width distance. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Shoulders back, flat spine. And as you exhale, bend your knees a lot. Take your left hand to tent down underneath your face. Lengthen your right leg as you reach your right arm to the sky. Rotate open. Roll that right shoulder back. Stack through the shoulders. Press your hips back. Deep breath. Open through the heart to the right. And exhale. Lower your right hand down. Rebend both knees. Take your right hand to tent down. Lengthen your left leg. Roll that left shoulder back. Reach that left arm to the sky. Twist to the left. Hips are pressing back evenly as you open your heart to the left. One more breath. And exhale, lower that left hand down, bend both knees, tuck through the chin. Let's unravel the spine. We're coming all the way up to standing. Ground through those feet. Let each vertebrae stack one on top of the next. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and let them open down the back. Tadasana. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, mountain pose. As you exhale, right arm down by your side, reach over to the right, roll that left shoulder back, lift those right fingertips, crawl down that right leg. Good. Inhale, reach your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, left arm down by your side, reach over to the left, roll that right shoulder back. Inhale, back through center, look up, lengthen. Exhale, soften your knees, swan dive forward all the way down towards your legs. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. So your fingertips just graze your shins or the mat, flat spine. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet back into your high plank pose. So your hips are in line with your shoulders. And your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Ground through those hands, press down into your palms, engage your core. Deep breath in here. Now as you exhale, let's just take our knees down. Walk your hands forward, melt your chest down towards the ground. Puppy dog pose. So this is a deep shoulder opener, gaze forward. Let your heart melt down towards the mat. Gaze out in front of you. Inhale, shift onto your forearms, slide your knees back, pull your heart through, Sphinx pose, lift through your chest, shoulders back. Now as you exhale, we're gonna come into our free-flowing Cobra. So lower your chest down, tent your hands to the outsides of your mat, elbows high and outside. Roll your shoulders side to side. And if you did my arm balancing class yesterday, your shoulders might be a little bit sore. We worked a lot in through our chaturangas and a lot through some arm balances. So I actually feel it a little bit in my shoulders here. And this is a nice release for your upper back and your shoulders. But if you like to twist, you can even dip one shoulder down and then dip the opposite shoulder down. Okay, so let's come back through center. Take your hands under your shoulders, roll those shoulders back, point your elbows straight back so you kind of look like a little cricket. Inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, press your hips back towards your heels, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in here, and full breath out. Good, inhale, reach your right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, stack your hips open. Reach that right knee high as you square your shoulders off. So you want your shoulders to square off. Press evenly through both palms. Inhale, reach that right knee even higher. And as you exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest. Curl in. Place your right foot to the top of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Good. Keep that left hand down. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Roll your right shoulder back. Stack through the shoulders. Pull your right knee towards your chest. Gaze up towards that right thumb. Nice. Now ground through that right foot. Inhale, rise up. Keep your arms exactly as they are. So it's like you're just lifting your torso up and you're reaching straight back. So you ground through that right foot. Open that right shoulder, twist to the right. Inhale, let's reach up and back. So your right hand will come down your back leg. Left arm, reach it up to the sky. Feel that nice length through the front of your left hip. Deep breath, look up. Good, exhale, let's windmill the hands down. Shift your hips back, flex your right foot. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And as you exhale, melt towards your right leg. Good, keep those hips square, reach through the crown of your head. Inhale one more time, lengthen your heart towards your toes. And exhale, bow in. Good, now let's inhale, shift forward. Send your right knee back to meet the left. So you come into your tabletop, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward, melt your heart down to the ground, gaze forward. Use your inhale breath to shift onto your forearms. Slide your knees back, pull your heart through, Sphinx pose. Exhale, lower your chest, tense your hands, free-flowing Cobra. Inhale, open up side to side. Exhale, lower your heart, hands under your shoulders. Big breath, Cobra pose. You can come up slightly higher if you wish. Exhale, tuck your toes. Press your hips to heels. And then lift your hips to the sky. Inhale, left leg, rise up high. Bend your left knee, stack your hips open. So keep those shoulders square. Ground evenly through both hands. Feel that left knee rise up. Ground through your right heel. Feel that nice stretch through the back of the legs. One more breath, reach up. And exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest. Place your left foot to the top of the mat. Lower your right knee down. Keep your right hand down. Lift your left arm to the sky. Inhale, roll your left shoulder back. Stack through your shoulders. So you're turning your heart towards your left knee. Pull that left knee in. You should feel a nice stretch through the outer glutes, the IT band, piriformis, that left side hip area. Good. On your next inhale, really ground into your left foot. Press down to lift your torso up. Reach back through that left hand. Nice job. Gaze to the left. Roll that left shoulder back. Ground into that left heel. On your next inhale, let's reach up and back. Reverse. So that left hand reaches down your right leg. Reach up and back. Lengthen through your right side. You should feel a nice stretch all the way down into that right hip. As you exhale, windmill hands down towards the earth. Shift your hips back. Flex your left foot. Come into your half splits. So as you inhale, lengthen your heart over your toes. And as you exhale, Bow a little bit closer towards your left leg. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Nice job. Inhale, shift forward. Take your left knee back to meet the right. Tabletop pose. Exhale, puppy dog pose. Lower your heart, walk those hands forward, gaze out in front of you. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Slide your knees back, pull your heart through. Exhale, lower your chest. Inhale, free flowing Cobra. Roll those shoulders back side to side, lift through your heart. Exhale, lower, hands come under your shoulders. Inhale, lift through the chest, shoulders back, look up slightly. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips to heels. Downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Look forward, bend your knees, step or even lightly hop all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, tuck your chin. Let's roll up to standing. Tuck your chin in so head and neck come up last. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and open down your back. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, look up, lengthen. Exhale, sideways stretch to the right. Roll that left shoulder back, lengthen through that left side. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, left side. Roll your right shoulder back, reach over to the left. Inhale, back through center, look up, lengthen. And exhale, swan dive forward, soften your knees. Forward fold, relax your head and neck. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift flat spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, high plank pose. So we're going to inhale, breath in here. Keep your shoulders in line with your hips. Engage through your core, press down into your hands. So really engage the core here. We're going to lower to the count of 5. So if you know you like to do chaturanga on the knees, lower your knees and do that variation. Otherwise, count with me. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, all the way down onto your belly. Nice job. So take that left hand right underneath your left shoulder. Right arm will come straight out to the right. So you want that right thumb in line with your gaze as you look to the right. We're going to come into what's called Audrey Lapa shoulder opening. So you're really just going to keep that right hand down. Press down into your left hand as you roll towards your right shoulder. So initially you just roll onto your right hip. You might stay right here. Maybe you bend your top leg and take your left foot, that top leg, to the ground. Try not to step on your dog. And you kind of roll into that right shoulder. So you should feel a deep stretch in that right pectoral muscle. If you feel particularly open in this pose, you can also take your left arm to the sky and then reach it back. It'll eventually find your right hand. If it does find your right hand, keep your right palm facing down. Pretty sure you can see, but you want to keep your right hand facing down and open your chest. Good. So we're going to slowly come out of this. If you were reaching back, reach back up to the sky, take your left hand back to the earth, roll onto your belly. Right hand will come underneath your shoulder and we'll switch sides. So your left arm will reach straight out to the left, ground through your right hand, and slowly just roll onto your left hip. Good. So you should feel a nice opening through that left shoulder. If you did so on the other side, bend your right leg, take your right toes down to the mat. And if you did so on the other side, your right arm can rise to the sky, maybe even reach behind your back to find those left fingertips eventually. This is if you've been doing this pose a lot or you have particularly open shoulders, that's an option for you. If you keep doing these classes with me, for sure you'll get there. But don't worry if it's not today. Deep breath. Take your time. We'll slowly reach our right arm to the sky and lower your right hand down. We'll roll onto our belly. So we come back onto your belly. We're gonna switch and do the opposite side of the shoulders. So reach your left arm forward. Actually, let's start with the right arm. Right arm reach forward. Slide your left arm underneath the right. So you slide that left arm underneath your right bicep. Reach it all the way over to the right, and then slide that right arm forward. You want to tuck your toes and shift up and over your arms. So you should feel the weight press down into that left arm. It'll get a nice stretch in the opposite side of the shoulder that we just did, so the shoulder blades will open up nicely here. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Nice job. Let's slowly come out of this, switch sides. So your right arm comes underneath your left bicep as your left arm reaches straight forward. Tuck your toes and you can slide up and over that right shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are in line with one another. Come down as close as you can towards the earth. That feels comfortable for you. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. 2 more breaths. Inhale in. Feel that nice opening through the shoulder blade. And exhale out. Last full breath. Good. Exhale it out. Let's slowly come out of this. Now you're going to tent your hands to the outside of your mat. Do our favorite pose. Roll those shoulders side to side. You can even bend a knee. Look back to your toes. Shift side to side. Let this feel good. Nice. Now let's slowly tuck through your toes. Press your hips back towards your heels. And lift your hips to the sky into downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. Good. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Reach it up high. Bend your right knee. Stack your hips open. As you exhale, we're going to come right into our pigeon pose. So slide your right knee right up behind your right wrist. Slide your left leg straight back. So you square your hips forward. Hands can stay by your sides. Lift through your heart. Inhale. And as you exhale, lead through your chest all the way forward. Maybe you come to your forearms. Maybe you lie down onto your belly. Really lengthen that left leg back behind you. Square your hips off. So you want that left hip to come forward towards your right heel. You should feel this deep in your piriformis and your outer hip. Big breath in. And big breath out. Good. On your next inhale, let's begin to walk our hands up. Take your time. And you're going to shift your weight into your right hip. Gently take your left leg to come all the way up and around until your left foot comes to the outside of your right thigh. Sit down evenly into your sits bones. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, take your right arm to wrap around the front of your left leg. Left hand down to the earth behind you. Roll that left shoulder back. Sit up tall through the crown of your head. Deep breath, really ground those hips down. Good. Inhale, come back through center, reach your arms up towards the sky. So now you have an option here to come into Gomukhasana, which is cow facing pose. Left heel will come close towards your right hip. So you kind of just squeeze through your inner thighs more than we just were. So squeeze up. You want to stack your knees one on top of the next. And it's okay if they're not super close to one another. If one's still lifted high, that's all right. But you want to bring your heels as close as you can towards your hips. Inhale, let's take our arms up towards the sky. Now your choice, you can take your hands behind your back, grab a hold of opposite elbows, or you can take your left arm up to the sky, bend your elbow, right arm up and behind to grab your fingertips. If you can't find those fingertips, maybe you're just grabbing your shirt, maybe you have a towel or a strap, or you're grabbing opposite elbows. Either way, lift through your heart, shoulders back, crown of the head towards the sky. This is a deep stretch for your hips and shoulders. Twisting in those outer hips, opening through your heart, deep breath in. Exhale, let's release the hands first, reach them up towards the sky. And then take your hands back behind you, shift your weight back. Take your left leg to reach forward, back and around, all the way back behind you, back through our original pigeon pose. Tuck your toes, right leg to the sky. Reach it up high and just take some nice big hip circles. Open that hip out. Let it feel nice through that hip socket. Good job, lower that right foot down. Let's switch sides. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee, stack your hips open. As you exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest. Slide that left knee right behind your left wrist. Extend your right leg forward. Set up for your pigeon pose on the left. So your left heel comes close to your right hip, and that way you can kind of square your hips forward. Hands by your sides. Take an inhale, lift through your heart. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Maybe you come down to your forearms. Maybe you lie all the way down onto your belly. Find whatever variation works for you in your practice. Deep breath here wherever you are. Feel your hips sink towards the earth. One more big breath here. Nice job. Let's slowly walk our hands up. Shift your weight to the left hip. Right leg, you can pick it up and pull it all the way up and around. Right foot comes to the outside of your left knee. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, take that left arm to hug around the front of your right knee, right hand to the earth behind you. Roll your right shoulder back, twist open to the right. Hug that right knee towards your chest so you feel that deep stretch in the outer glutes all the way up through the side and shoulders. Good. Inhale, let's come back through center and work into our Gomukhasana pose. So you want to walk that right heel closer towards your left hip. Get your knees to stack. Take your heels as close as you can towards your hips. Stack your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And your choice, you can grab a hold of opposite elbows, just reach your hands behind your back and pull those shoulders back. Or you can take your right arm to the sky, bend your right elbow as if you're reaching for the space between your shoulder blades. And then your left arm will reach up to find your right fingertips. Maybe it finds your shirt, maybe it finds a strap to connect the two. Or maybe you're just holding those elbows. Wherever you are, you're opening your shoulders, you're lifting your chest, you're grounding your hips. Deep breath. Reach up through the crown of your head, look straight out in front of you, big breath. Exhale, release. Good, release your hands, reach your arms up towards the sky. And exhale your hands down to the earth, shift your weight back, take your right leg all the way back behind you through your pigeon pose, tuck your back toes, left leg to the sky, reach it up high, maybe circle that knee out, and lower it down into downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose, let's exhale out the mouth, let it go. Release your knees down to the mat. Shift your hips back as you cross your ankles. Come back over your hips. Sit down. Scoot to the center of your mat. Keep your knees bent, reach your arms out, and we'll just slowly lower down. Take your time. Come all the way down onto your back. Extend your legs straight up to the sky for a simple inversion. You can reach your arms up as well and just shake everything out. Roll your ankles, roll your wrists. Let this feel good through the joints, through the legs. Just get that blood flow to release from the feet. And a little tip, if you are at home and you have a wall nearby, you can take your legs up the wall and press your hips towards the wall so that you can just lay here with your legs relaxing against the wall. You can always just take this simple inversion as well with just lifting your legs high. It's just a nice variation to allow yourself to come into your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest, and to reverse blood flow. All right, let's hug our knees deep in towards our chest. Give them a squeeze. And then let's wrap our right leg around the left. And then scoot your hips to the right slightly as you drop your knees to the left. Right arm out to the right. Take a nice twist. Keep your shoulders down on the earth. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Use your core to lift your knees back through center. We're gonna switch sides. So scoot your hips to the center, lift your legs up and swap. So left leg over right, scoot your hips to the left, drop your knees to the right. Gaze to the left, keep your shoulders down. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Fill your belly. Let it feel good. Nice. Let's inhale back through center. Unravel your legs. Hug your knees towards your chest. Center everything on your mat. Forehead towards your knees. Deep breath in. Give yourself a big squeeze. And exhale, release. Let it go. Come into your Shavasana pose. So whatever you need to be comfortable here in Shavasana. Maybe you go ahead and grab that pillow again. Maybe a blanket. Whatever you need to be comfortable here. Close your eyes. Bring yourself back to your intention one last time. If you have the gift of time, I encourage you to stay here as long as you can. If you do need to move about with your day, please do so slowly, in a gentle manner, beginning with your fingers and toes. Let them have a nice gentle wiggle. Maybe roll off to one side or the other. And you come into a fetal position. And allow yourself to eventually make your way up into a nice, easy seat at the top of your mat, with your eyes closed and your mind quiet, just as we began class. And once you do meet me there, take your hands together in prayer in front of your heart. Close your eyes, bow your chin. Take this moment here to express gratitude, to reflect upon your intention, and notice the effects of your practice today. Honor the light that dwells within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed class. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, maybe even hit the little bell so you know when I go live. I'll be going live next on Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. If you have any questions at all, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram at Katie Marie Yoga, or even here in the comments. Thank you again, and aloha. I'll see you next time.
I hope it rains.